All right, awesome. So, as kind of a prerequisite to this, I would recommend that you watch one of these webinars if you haven't watched them already. Webinar one was for new Teachable creators. If you don't have a product yet, we go through a pre-selling strategy to where and I guess you don't necessarily have to be a new creator. Like if you're building something but it's not yet finalized, you could still use this type of strategy. And then webinar two was for Teachable creators who already have a product ready to go. And this is, you can just go through that and we go through upsells and offer creation and offer sequencing and a little bit more advanced stuff. So there's the webinars. We have this Black Friday sales challenge going on from our Thrive event, which was, I don't know if it was a week or two ago. It all kind of feels like a blur, honestly. But basically, your sales through the end of the year are going to be counted. And so basically, every $10,000 that you sell on Teachable, you're going to get a $50 credit. And then, up to $250,000, you're going to get that up to or a $1,200 Teachable credit. Plus, you could get exclusive features on our blog and that kind of stuff. And then 500,000 and up, the $1,200 credit plus a $2,000 creator grant. And then if you do 1.5 million in sales, it's the $1,200 credit, expenses paid trip to Brazil, and a ticket to Hot Mart Fire. Also, if you use back office, all your sales are going to get a 1.2 multiplier. So let's say if you sold 10,000, that would actually look like $12,000 that we would count towards you. All the details of the challenge are here. Also, if you want this checklist, it's in WhatsApp. Let me throw that in the chat real quick. We have a WhatsApp group going on. A lot of fun in there. A lot of good group going on. Hey, Mike, good to see you. And there's the checklist. If you wanted to jump into WhatsApp, there's like 60 creators in there, all Teachable creators, all wanting to do Black Friday stuff. So jump into WhatsApp, and in there, I have pinned this checklist if you wanted to go through it with your business. Okay, so a lot of this, like I mentioned, is coming from the webinars that I just did last week. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through and actually set this stuff up in Teachable. So we're going to go through and create an irresistible offer with a bundle. So this is my test school, Coachable. So one of the first things that we're going to do is set up a bundle. So some of this might be review. Tammy, I'm pretty sure you sell bundles. Michael, I don't know if you have sold bundles, but I missed your head shaking or not.
All of this, guys.
Awesome. So here we go. Bundles. We're going to create a brand new bundle from scratch. So this is where bundles live. By the way, whatever plan you're on, you can have, however many published products your plan allows, but you can create as many bundles as you want to. So you can create a bundle that's specific for Black Friday, which is what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to call this Coaching Business in a Box. This is my bundle, and just throw in a description, of what your bundle is about. Um, and then we're going to add in a thumbnail to it. And I think that's fine. Yeah. You can do thumbnails, stickers is probably what I would call them. And you can create them in canva.com. Someone just asked us in WhatsApp. I've used fiverr.com to find a freelancer to do e-covers really easily, professionally, pretty inexpensive. I'm looking for people with a lot of five-star reviews, people that have, like 2 years that they've been doing this or something like that. Turnaround time, like unlimited revisions, those kind of things. But I created this like super fast. It doesn't look that great in my opinion, but I created that like on Canva like some time ago. But anyways, you're going to set a price for your bundle. So for this, I'm going to do a one-time purchase, but you also have these other options for your bundle. Okay, so for this bundle, I added up the value of it, and it was like $891. I'm not going to sell it for $891, and it might be a little exaggerated anyways. Then you're going to add a pricing plan name for it, or for your pricing plan. Let's say yeah, we'll go with that. Why not? And then give it a little subtitle, maybe say like Black Friday deal this week only, whatever, even though it's Black Friday day. You can give a little description about it. I think I'm just going to do the same thing for now for funsies. Just put in the description what my product already is. Okay, so I'm not going to mess with the limit enrollment cap by date or expert or by expiration date and time, but you could if you were wanting to say, well, I'll just show you. If you wanted to say, I only want 20 people in here, I want it to expire at this date, you can do that. Or you could do limit product access duration, which allows your students, say you have a yearly program, that's where you would do this. Or if you had a 3 month program, or you want to just give them a specific amount of time that they can consume the content and then they lose access, you can do that there. I'm not going to for this one. Um, so on to the next module here is just adding your products into it. When I'm creating my bundle, I'm going to add in a course. And for this one, I'm going to do the courses that are in, the image that I just showed there. I also have a couple of digital downloads that I'm going to add, but you can add courses, digital downloads, and your coaching stuff. As long as it's published, you will see it in here. If it's not published, it's not going to appear. All right, so I'm going to do my email templates and then my irresistible offer idea bank and continue on. All right, so it's just, reviewing this. And then next we'll set up a little sales page. Actually, I'm going to do a coupon code first. But jumping over to the checklist, setting up the bundle, set up a pricing plan. Uh, I'll show you, we want to publish this as well, because if it's unpublished, you won't be able to sell it. And it would also have this message on the sales page. I'm going to wait so you can see the message. So a couple options for your sales page. There's a product detail page, which is like, it's fairly new. It's really just an instant sales page. It's kind of like Amazon. It's already created based on just like pulling your product information. You can edit it a little bit, but it's meant to just be a sales page that just like is already there if you didn't want to create a sales page. You could also do our classic, sales page editor, which I'm not going to do that today. Or you can do your third-party website and just link out to Teachable's checkout. A lot of people prefer to do that if they want a lot more customization. So for this, I'm going to just do this product detail page. And I'll just edit this just a little bit. So I'm going to say something like, oops. I'm just going to like kind of make this, I'm going to send like a headline in a way. And yeah, I've got this. Let's say maybe so this is pulling just straight from the product. Black Friday, get 70, well, I guess I already put this 78% off. You can put whatever you want there, and it's going to show up. It's going to pull your image there. You do have a spot where you can do some rich text area, where or just like type in stuff. So I might say something like, use this coupon code. I'm going to make a coupon code here in a minute. Use the coupon code. You could add another image in there if you wanted to. Show your products on the bundle, like it's going to show them down here. You can allow it to be discoverable on search engines. It's going to give you the URL, and you can edit the button text, the call to action button. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And I'm going to create a coupon code just for this bundle. So add new coupon code. For this, we're going to use this multiple use coupon because we can customize the coupon code and then we can say we want, however many to launch with our offer. Bulk single use is if you want to give like a custom coupon code that's never repeated and you can create a CSV of it. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to do the multiple use. All right, with my math, it was like I was gonna offer this thing for $891, but it's like a 78% discount of what I'm gonna offer here in a second. Um, it's like I forget, it's like 200 something dollars, but obviously, you do whatever discount you feel necessary on the webinars last week. On average, we see like I think it was like a 47% discount across all Teachable creators that participated in Black Friday. So if that gives you any kind of like guardrails or if you're unsure, that's an average of what we saw. So there's my coupon code name, and I'm just gonna make something internal. Yeah, that's just for my internal, naming so that I understand what this coupon code was. All right. Um, when you're setting up the coupon code right now, mine for some reason is defaulting to December or to 2027, but I'm gonna make this stop on December, let's say December 3rd, because I want to kick it off on Black Friday. We're gonna say midnight. And then part of the strategy when we were going over or what I was going over in these webinars is creating like this waiting at the door effect where you announce your sale, but you might not actually but you're not giving the you're saying, hey, I have these limited number of coupon codes that I'm gonna give my biggest discount yet. You might want to say, there's only 100 available or there's only 50 available or whatever at this discount. And then after that, you're going to get my normal black pricing, but the first to go to this get the biggest discount. So that's how you would set that up in there. And then you want to make sure that you display the coupon expiration or availability. What I would recommend here is do the remaining number of coupon code uses. That's going to show up on the sales page and it's going to show up on checkout. So if someone redeems one coupon, it's going to automatically update and show there's only 49 left. If there's three left, like it just helps to build the urgency. So we've set up a coupon code. All right, so now we can check off another part of our list. We set up coupon codes. Sweet. Now we're going to build our coupon code into our link. Tammy, I know that you messaged something about this. So I know that you've done this before, but you were having issues with Kit, I think, actually displaying it. So I'm going to build this coupon code into the link to bring it to the sales page. I'm going to come over here in like a separate doc. You could do this in like a Google Doc and notepads, whatever. It doesn't matter for me. I'm just doing like a text doc just to get a place to copy and paste my links at. I'm going to go back to my sales page. Basically, what you want, if we're looking at a sales page right now, since this is unpublished, it's saying this product is closed for enrollment. We'll take care of that in a second. But basically, you would what you want it to show, or what you would want to have happen is the coupon code is already built into the link, meaning that someone doesn't have to like enter it in. It just takes one little step of friction away, and it shows like it's $891, but it's going to be on sale for whatever price point that you're giving with the coupon code. Let's publish this thing real quick so we show that. So um, go to information. We're back on our bundle. We're just going to publish it. Now, when we go back to this where it says product is closed for enrollment, now it's open to buy it, but it's still it's $891. So we're just going to grab this link here and I'm going to copy it and bring it over. And then all you have to edit, you just have to add that into the last part of it. And then you just have to put in your coupon code, which my coupon was 2025 Black Friday. So I'm just going to put that there. And then now we've essentially built a new link to where we have this, it's already applying it to the coupon, or the coupon's already applying to the price point. So they're seeing, the price point. So you could promote with this link right here, and it's going to send it to where it's all like whenever you're sending this out, you're sending it with it already applied. So it's showing right there. So if someone hits buy now, it's also already applied here. So someone doesn't have to go and like remember to put the coupon code in. It's just one less layer of friction. Okay, I know we're going through a lot and we're going pretty fast. Everyone okay? Awesome, Mike. Glad to hear. Let me know, guys, if you have questions or anything along the way. Again, feel free to unmute, interrupt me. It's all good. Okay. Um, that's in the this checklist that I have was to build your coupon code into the link. By the way, guys, all this links out to um, our knowledge base, where there's like most questions that come up, if you just search in the knowledge base, there's a ton of information in there. But that's where that is. And especially I would recommend going there so you can grab this little code here. Um, but yeah, that's where that's at. All right, so we published our products, we've done the product detail page, and we've done the coupons. We built the coupon code into the link. So now we have this running for us. Okay, built the bundle and everything. All right, now, sorry, I'm kind of jumping around there. These are our really like go-to revenue boosting features on Teachable. This is data that's taken across all of our Teachable creators. What we see on average if someone is using back office, which is optional, you don't have to use back office, but on average, we see creators get a 25% sales lift. Order bumps is it's one of the easiest things to implement is an order bump. And it's so interesting, like a lot of calls that I have with creators, if I'm diving into their business, they they either don't have an order bump or like a normal upsell, or like they have an upsell but they don't have an order bump. Like to have an order bump, like on average we see 10% lift in sales, and it's really easy to set up. So I would definitely recommend it. Um, Also, side note, if you have a lot of products, this is what I'm doing even for our webinar here, is like I'm just mapping out my upsells, like what products they're supposed to be, a little bit of copy, so I can just put it in there. The copy part's mainly so I can just paste it. But like you can think through your offer sequence, especially if you watch webinar two. That's where I go through a technique called splintering and how to like set these up, and then it's also or so that your offers feel natural, like it's a complementary thing that someone's going to want to buy. So, but yeah, you can easily set up like just brainstorm it in like Google Sheets or something because you want this natural flow that's gonna happen with your upsells. Um, so right now, if we're selling just the order bump, or I'm sorry, just that bundle, like you have opportunities to continue to increase your average order value if you implement a checkout order bump, which is what I was showing here. It's 10% lift on average. Cart abandonment, and we'll do this upsell funnel here in just a second. Cart abandonment on average 4%. Buy now, pay later, and PayPal are both available through back office, which both have a decent lift there. And affiliates, if you don't have an affiliate program right now, excuse me, you probably won't get one off the ground before Black Friday, just being honest. But if you already have one, like I would use it definitely for Black Friday. But also, like I would encourage you to have an affiliate program because affiliates we see 15% on average. I've seen creators that literally have like three affiliates and they've cleared for multiple years like $500,000 in sales, and they have three affiliates and they don't do any marketing themselves. They just created a course. Like it's possible, y'all. Um, so anyways, those are our revenue boosting features. So if we look at back office, to enable back office, just go to settings and then go to payments. You will need to have Teachable Pay on, and then you'll see if you scroll down a little bit, back office, and you can just turn it on. Back office is an optional feature. It also, if you have affiliates and authors, it pays them out every month and also takes care of the tax forms. So if you wanted that, you could toggle it on. Normally, it's a 2% or 2.8%, 2 to 2.8% per transaction fee if you have it on. But then it also gives you access to these tools, and you turn these on, and these help you generate more revenue as well. Especially if you're running something high ticket, that's where a lot of people use buy now, pay later because you get paid in full up front, and then the risk goes to Afterpay or Klarna that your student makes payments, monthly payments, installments to them. So there are rates that are associated with these, but you could always just try back office, turn it on, see if it works for you. Turn these on, see if it's worth it. And if it's not, turn it off. But a lot of creators that I've worked with have found that, once you look at the sales that they help bring in, it was worth it for them. So, which by the way, if you go to sales and you hit filters, you can filter down to see did sales come through PayPal or did they come through buy now, pay later. You can actually look at that data so you can make an informed decision. All right, that's back office, that's buy now, pay later, and that's PayPal. Let's jump into the upsell funnel. So, okay, is there actually any way to see how many customers use buy now, pay later? Well, yes, I didn't see your question. But if I was in a different school, Michael, I don't have any transactional data. But if you go to sales and then filter, it'll like you'll have this drop down. I think it's payment method that you're looking for. And then you would see right there, like you can choose PayPal and you can choose buy now, pay later. So, and then you can choose the third party vendors from there. So yes, it's a good question. I'm glad I answered it before. Um, yeah, check it again. And do you have back office on or buy now pay later on still? You do. Yeah. Give it a check and see. Um, and oh, something's reloading on the site. Okay. All right, cool. Let's jump back in. We're gonna go to this bundle again. And here's our bundle. Okay, so within the bundle, we're gonna do an upsell funnel. And we're going to do a checkout order bump, a post-purchase offer, and a thank you page offer. Upsell. These are all upsells. Checkout order bump is kind of like it's like an easy grab, typically like less than $50, and just something pretty easy for someone to buy. A good use case is like a digital download. I mean, not to say that you couldn't sell something for $100 or $250 or a course or whatever. You can. I'm just saying best practices, it's usually around $50, something like that. Um, so to create an order bump, you would just go and hit order bump. You can do up to three of these. Um, that's up to you. You can do one, you can do none, you can do two or three. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. So what I'm going to do is do a digital download, and I'm going to come in here and grab my student value journey. And I'm going to say that, I'm going to choose the pricing plan is $47. Today, I'm going to do $27. All right. Then just grab, create your bump headline. So you could say, something like one time offer, and yeah, we'll just say only $27, whatever you want to put there. Describe what your customer is going to get. Just tell them about what this is. Uh, I'll say like marketing can be confusing. Creators are first experts in their field. Second, marketers. This framework walks through blah 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 blah. I obviously would fill that out. Um, but now we have a checkout order bump. What that looks like is like this would be our checkout page. If someone was going through the flow, like if they had just, especially if I sent them the link with the coupon built into it, it would have already been there. The coupon code would have been there. But this is what that looks like. So here is, yeah, this is an order bump. And again, you can have up to three order bumps here. So there's that headline. It's only $27. We have a small spot for, just explaining what this is. I love that it does the strike through automatically, showing like the pricing plan, but today's only $27. If someone were to add it, it would pop right there. So this is responsible for a 10% lift in sales. Like this, that easy. So I would do it if you don't have one. And they're also not hard to create if you do a digital download. Like you could create a digital, like a template or something like that version of your course or a workbook or something like that. I went through a bunch of ideas and examples in the webinars. It's what I call the irresistible offer idea bank. Like you can just get a bunch of different ideas in there. So we've got that. We've got our checkout order bump. Now we're going to do a post-purchase offer, which what I love about this is it's a one-click upsell. What that means is basically like they have already gone through checkout. Mentally, they are in a buying mode right now. So if you put something before them, they're going to be more likely to buy. And the fact that this is a one-click upsell, there's no friction. They can click a button and buy it. They don't have to go back through checkout. Makes it a whole lot easier for them. Okay, so I'm going to do another course. It's just going to be a mastermind, and normally it's $500, and we're going to do it for, let's say, 299. So let's say we'll give it a quick headline, uh, jump into, or we'll say something like get faster and better results with our group mastermind. And we'll say something like normally, I kind of like, I don't know, just kind of want to put that normally $500, Black Friday, 299. I just, I don't know, I'm just making a sub headline up because I'm going kind of quick. You could also put in any kind of images here. You could also say like, gain accountability from your peers. And hey, Aaron, what's up? If you have questions, Aaron, feel free to come off of mute. This is like super casual. Crush your sales goals. Explanation. Put whatever you want to put there. You can also put an image here. I'm gonna load in here, Michael. Actually, I don't want to call you out. I'll put something else on. Um, let's see. I had something prepared, but um, I'm changing it last minute. I don't know. You can put any image here that you wanted to. I'll just say that. You could put an image of a testimonial. You could put an image of your course, your bundle, whatever. There's going to be an image of the course, but you can put something there. Okay, so now we have a post-purchase offer. And what this looks like is this. This is an interstitial page. It's in between the checkout and it's in between the thank you page. And again, this is that one-click upsell. So order is complete. Just one more thing. Get faster and better results with our group mastermind. Normally $500, Black Friday, 299. You know, image here, whatever you want it to be. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And then a thank you page upsell. This is the last upsell that you have in this like funnel after someone buys. If you want to add this, you don't have to add all of these upsells, by the way, guys. You can just put in one or two or three, but you got to find that balance of what's going to be right for your audience. Okay, so we're going to do, I think I did a digital download here. Yeah. If I said, let's do this mastermind WhatsApp group, um, join the WhatsApp group to, okay, I just kind of, I'm winging this a little. You can change up your description however you want. And then if we update, all right, so essentially what's going to happen now, we're going to just kind of go through this flow a little bit more. So if this was the start of our funnel and I just need that thank you page. Did I already do it? Here we go. All right, so this is essentially what somebody would go through. When you give them this link that has the coupon code that's already built into it, then they would hit buy now and they're going to go to the checkout page and they're going to have however many order bumps you add, one, two, or three order bumps. It's going to appear there and they're going to buy it. When they buy it, they're going to see this one-time offer page or post-purchase offer page. They can buy it with one click there because it's already armed from the checkout. Their credit card information is already there. And then, or if they don't want to buy it, they can hit no thanks and it'll take them to the thank you page, which you can edit. They can get their content here, or you can give like one more upsell here on the thank you page. Again, you don't have to add all those in there, but I'm just showing you your options. So that's how the upsell funnel works. in Teachable. There's also a curriculum upsell, but you don't have to go through that. Or I'm sorry, I would recommend it, but we're not going to go through that today, just because we're talking upsell funnel stuff right now. All right. So those are those upsells in the upsell funnel. Any questions so far? We're good. Anything live, anything if you want to come off cam or off mute, I'm here for you. If not, I'm gonna keep chugging along. All right. So let's do this thing. Cart abandonment email. Um, I think it should be automatically turned on in your account. If it's not, like you can toggle it off if you don't want it, but if it's not on, I would just go check to see because it's oh good, Aaron. I'm glad to hear that. If you yeah, just go to email and go to abandoned cart, and then you're gonna see if this thing's on or not. It says active. You can turn it off if you wanted to turn it off for some reason. Um, which basically the way that this happens is if someone goes to your checkout page and they put in their email address and then they don't check out, 1 hour later, they are going to get an abandoned cart email from Teachable from your school. All right, so this is what it looks like at the base, like before editing it. This is just an email of what it's going to look like. Hey, we noticed that you didn't purchase this. Return to checkout. Okay, bring them back into the funnel. I would recommend checking to make sure that thing's on because it's responsible for a 4% lift in sales. You can edit this. This might look a little intimidating because it's like it's code, but you can just kind of play around with it and save it and preview, and you can see, you can just type within these confines here. So, um, but yeah, that is the abandoned cart email. It's pretty easy. It's already like built out, so that's pretty straightforward. Affiliates. If you, like I said, we're getting close to Black Friday, so you might not see a ton of success if you just like out of nowhere start an affiliate program. Maybe you will. Maybe you want to go for it. Go for it. But if you already have affiliates or you want to start up on affiliates, this is where it's at. Student or users, affiliates. Then this is like your main dashboard. How many sales have been generated by your affiliates, the total affiliate earnings, average affiliate sales. If you have back office on, they're going to be paid out automatically every month. And it's also going to take care of the 1099 forms. Prospective affiliates, this is where you can create an application where someone can apply to be your affiliate. This is where you can approve them. Affiliate resources, uh, you can put in the specific links that you want them to promote. And you can also add some kind of resources there for them. And then some different settings here, how long you want the affiliate cookie links to work for. Do you want them to be able to promote using their own website? That kind of stuff. So that's affiliates. Obviously, there's more to it. In WhatsApp, I put several resources to help you out with affiliates. If that was something you wanted to do, um, I've seen a ton of success from I've seen people have a ton of success from affiliates. So affiliate sales is one thing. Set up the banner and links. This is pretty new. The flexible hero section with our student hub. Basically, yeah, it's this little section here where your course content is at. Um, if you go to your site editor and we go to navigation, you're going to see this hero section here. You can link out a button to it or from it, put a button in it, link out to it, link out to something else. Might not be necessarily promoting to like brand new students because they need to be into your Teachable school unless it was free students that were already in there. You can promote your Black Friday. It's just one more spot, inside of Teachable now that you could put, promotions. So that's, your banner there. Okay, that's like the main like core stuff that you would need to set up if you were doing the strategies that I've laid out with the bundles and upsells and the sales tools and those kind of things. Um, we have another 20 minutes. I'm going to dive in a little bit more, just like testing just going through, making sure that all your buttons, that your links are working, um, and just checking for any spelling errors, those kind of things. Just go back through and just comb through this. Like when you're looking at this, like read it out loud. That's like one of the best copy tips that I could ever give you. This is one of the most helpful for me is like go through, read it out loud so you can hear yourself. And like when you land on a page or whatever, like does it make sense? Obviously I did this on the fly and I'm doing this like live. So I would obviously have taken a lot more time in whatever copy I was writing. But make sure that it makes sense. And then another thing is like you could have somebody else go through it. If you already have students, like that someone would want to preview it, get their take on it too. If someone's like kind of close to you like that, or have a friend look through it, like get feedback if you want. Like it's always beneficial to get other eyes on your stuff. So yeah, I would recommend that you go through, check all the buttons, especially if you're using a third party or if you're using your email platform and you're sending links out, like make sure the link's gonna like take it to where you need it to go. Um, and that there's no issues or errors from that. The back in my funnel days, like before Teachable, when I was building out all kinds of crazy funnels and stuff, like I had a checklist of stuff like before launch that was like so long and it was like the most boring thing ever, but it saves so much stress when a launch is live and you've got money on the line and like something's broken, like you've already found it, like you found the broken thing first. So test as best as you can. Check that your coupon code is working. Making sure, especially that like if you are creating like that coupon code link in there that you're doing it with the right product with the right coupon code. It was funny, like even last session, I was like doing this live and I'm like, it's not working. Why is it not working? I realized later I was doing the wrong coupon code with the wrong product or with a different product. And I was like, okay, that's why it wasn't working. So just making sure that everything works. So Michael, this Google Doc is in WhatsApp. It's a PDF. So if you jump into the WhatsApp group, you will see it pinned in there. Um, and you can just grab it and just download it. I looked there but couldn't see it. Are you in the Black Friday WhatsApp group? Yeah. It's pinned, it's up at the top. Like if you jump into WhatsApp here. So it's right here. So you
See
should
all
be.
posts, so I can only see your profile, and there's only the webinars, or at least that's all I find. That's why. So if you join later, you don't see all the anything that's pinned, or at least I don't on
Oh,
my
you just joined. Ah, I see. Okay.
no
Yep. All right.
under group info. You have a couple of things, but I didn't see that one. No,
All right, tag you here then. Um, yeah, let me tag you up.
no stress. All good.
All right. Hopefully that worked. I just tagged you in WhatsApp. Okay, cool. Good. All right. So let's see, where are we? All right. Because Tammy, I know that you were having some issues with the coupon code link with Kit. I don't know if you resolved that, if it was like an issue that, yeah, we just want to make sure that that's can't access it. Join late, no rush. No, I'll get it to you, Michael. All right. Okay. All right. So promoting your offer. Making sure that you have the right Black Friday offer links in the right channels. So, especially like you want to have some page that's set up specifically for Black Friday. Um, you don't need to have 100 different Black Friday offers. Try to keep this simple, um, and just making sure that the funnel's pointing to the right place where it needs to go. Your socials, I don't know if you all do YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, TikTok, and Facebook, but just go through the ones that you are using the most, or that are where your people are at. Make sure you're covering the ground there and how you're promoting that. Your email list, if you have a third party email, you can go into App Hub and connect it, whether you have Aweber or MailChimp or ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign. You can whatever email marketing platform if it's within Teachable. If it integrates with Teachable, like make sure you have that integrated. There's also a bunch of different apps in there that we integrate with. Segmenting your emails is also really helpful and powerful because you're giving a specific message to specific people. Oops, I meant to go to users here. So let's say that uh, I have, course, I have a course that people bought before, and I want to send an email that out to people that haven't bought that course before. So if I'm sending, an email, let's say like just to the people that didn't buy the course, like I'm going to do something like not enrolled in a specific course. And I'm going to say, okay, all of these people, there's 53 students that have not bought this course before. I want to email them, right? So I think you could probably, no. Okay, so just hit email students. So that's going to then you can then create an email saying, Black Friday. If you wanted to do it just in Teachable, you can segment out people that way. You can save filters. You can do all kinds of different filters in there. So that's just one way of like segmenting out an offer to somebody. It's just saying like, hey, just these people, I only want to send this to them. Or maybe you want to say people that have bought your course, you want to give them a special offer to upgrade to the next thing. Like you can do the same kind of thing with that. You're just gonna go and say enrolled in a specific course, so you can do those kind of things. Excuse me. Also, side note, like I mentioned this in the webinar, but it was 38% of people, of creators saw repurchases from people who bought from Black Friday or during Black Friday. So think of your repurchase strategy to your existing students. What else do you have to offer them? If they haven't bought something, like this is a fun way to go through, a very easy way to go through and just pull these students and say, like, okay, this person bought course B, but they haven't bought course C, or they bought course A and B, but they haven't done course C yet. Well, go through and you can easily segment people out. You can export a CSV and manipulate the data in Google Sheets or Excel or whatever. So yeah, this is a great way to segment out the lists already in Teachable. Cool, Aaron. Glad that was helpful. All right, so yeah, we talked through all these good things, segmenting. All right, also, yeah, if you have a podcast, if you do paid ads, if you do a blog, if you have affiliates or collaborators, um, cover the canvas, get that out there and get your message out there. Um, Especially if you have affiliates or collaborators, like this is the time to engage with them. If you haven't before, or if you are already in relationship with these people, like get the word out there. Um, Teachable really helps with the affiliate portion of things to automate the payouts and that kind of stuff and make it easy, tracking and all that. All right, promotion timeline. We are 1 week out from official like Black Friday. You might have already started your sale, or maybe you're just doing it on Cyber Monday. Whatever that ends up looking like. Black Friday and Cyber Monday are our biggest sales days of the entire year of what we see. I shared that in the webinar as well, just going and showing like how the sales just spike like crazy. So, if you are going to follow along with the strategy that I announced or that I did in the webinars, um, you need to announce it like now. Announce that you're doing a Black Friday sale, especially if you're going to do a limited coupon code, uh, like what I was showing earlier. You want to put that word out there like ASAP. Doesn't mean that you have to have all the pieces together. You could just say, "Hey, Black Friday sale is coming." Maybe if you've thought through this part, maybe you could say something like, "I'm going to be giving out 25 coupon codes at 50% off uh, the first come, first serve, and then it's going to go down to 45%, or it's going to go down to 40% after that. And it's going to run from this point to this point. So you might give those kind of details. Start, just engaging the audience, engaging your audience, putting out value posts. Tammy, I believe that it was you last mastermind when you were talking about just kind of a framework that you use for engaging your crew. Um, and hey, Tammy, what's up?
Hi.
You want to tell us
What was
about
I doing?
it? It was
Lunch.
like a was it? Maybe it wasn't
The
you,
demo,
but
when I did the demo?
okay, was the demo that was midweek live Q&A, right?
Yeah, I did a well Q&A with a demo. Yeah, that gave people lots of reasons to want to come buy courses. And we did it
Okay,
on our
can you
YouTube channel.
sweet. Can you unpack that a little bit? Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it took a lot more coordination than I'd have time for now, with Black Friday next week. But within probably a couple days before Black Friday, I had coordinated weeks prior, six of our artists from all over the world to get together on YouTube, and each of them had to have a camera that could point down and at them. So
Yeah.
they were able to talk to our audience and then demonstrate some sort of mosaic technique. And I did it for both schools at Create Arts Online and Mosaic Arts Online, and it was a huge success. So don't ask me why I'm not doing it this year.
I'm about to ask
So
you.
yeah, I know. It's just our, we just got home from Mexico. So yeah, our life is kind of on crazy times right now.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to do that, but I am starting. But it's interesting you said that about telling your audience now that you're going to have a Black Friday sale. I've always been afraid to do that because I feel like I'm going to lose out on organic sales throughout the week.
Ah, so that I last year people were even saying like just say, hey, don't buy from me yet.
Really. So just tell
Because
people to hold off anyway
yeah,
and then make it a big
just
teaser.
so here's there's a few parts of this. It's like they'll say like,
Mhm.
hey, don't buy yet because one, that activates them of like, ooh, something's coming, like don't buy yet. My Black Friday sale is coming. It's the best sale of the year. Like
Right.
wait for it. But then also like if you were to just sell like the normal course at, I don't know what you sell your courses at off the top of my head, but let's say you had a $50 course. But then Black Friday, you have a $50 course, but you also have a whole bundle of courses that's $200. So now these people only bought a $50 course when they could have actually bought a $200 course or a
Oh, that's a
$300
good way to
course.
put it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to actually like that's kind of the strategy is just saying like don't buy yet, just wait. But it also is a way to like get their attention a little bit. So yeah, it's a fun little thing. But Tammy, I actually put this into this strategy, this mid-sale live Q&A to drum up more sales because of what you did last year.
Oh,
I was
you're
like,
so
that's so
sweet.
it was
Thanks,
amazing. Right.
Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a really good thing, and we maybe will pull it off like in the middle of the year when we're home more because it's a great way to just get people more engaged and them to see the artists, live, which
Yeah.
we all know is huge, a huge help.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. Thank you,
All
Tammy.
right, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do a teaser email then. Thanks.
There you go. There you
Right
go.
on. All right.
Awesome. Guys, I went through this whole timeline in the webinars. But yeah, essentially, quick highlight here. Launch day, that's when you would finally give the coupon code. You don't want to announce it beforehand because you want that influx of people. The mid sale, like what Tammy did, just brilliant because and I could show you the graphic. I show it in the webinar, but when you first launch the sale, there's the big influx, and then there's this like dip in sales, and then the last day, if you do a final push, you'll see the hike again. Well, likely. I mean, like generally, that's what we see in our data. But what Tammy did, she kind of was like, "Hey, let's sustain the sales through this whole thing, and like let's jump in and do a live Q&A in the middle of this, because sales were like they naturally dip, but like bing, we got a little spike going on. So just super cool, just brilliant of what she did. Um, yeah, I've seen people double their sales on the final day, like in the last hours. So don't neglect that. And this one I loved. I saw this one last year too, is like a couple different times. They call it the late bird or the late owl or night owl or whatever. Um, People miss this sale, but if they go and they click a link, like you could redirect them to a different offer and say like, hey, this is 30% off right now. Like you did miss Black Friday, but this is available for 24 hours. You could do that through an app called Deadline Funnel. If you want to get less detailed or less complicated, you can literally just go in and segment out the list like I showed you and say, these people didn't buy my Black Friday bundle. I want to send them an email and just give them a 30% coupon just to see if I can recover a little bit more sales. Um, and just do a coupon code that's, hey, this is only available for 24 hours. There's only 10, and this is it. This is the final thing. Like it's just why not? This is this is the biggest selling season of the year. So I would recommend it. All right, guys. More questions as you're doing this, feel free to jump into the WhatsApp group. Um, you've got, over 60 creators that are in there that would, also probably have similar questions to you or might be able to help you out. I'm in there. I'm going to help you out as much as I can as well. Um, this was an impromptu, spontaneous workshop that I decided to do 2 days ago. And our normal session is going to be on Monday for office hours. And it's our last session for Black Friday. So if you want to jump in on that, if you have any questions that come up, I'm just going to sit there, no real agenda other than to like answer your questions if you have them. So, guys, was that helpful? I know that that was a lot of information. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate the head nod. Shoo. Awesome, Mike. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love that you're loving the community. Cool, Tim. Glad to hear. All right, guys. Well, I hope the best for you. I'm here to help you. That's what I want to do in the best way that I can. So, I'll see you guys in WhatsApp. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it so much. See you around. Bye.